Okay, I'm recording this, so we are starting to record now. And
I'm here too, Wendy.
Huh? What did you say,
I
Shell?
said Shelly's here too.
Awesome, Shell. Thanks for coming. I'm grateful. Okay, so here we go. You ready, you guys?
Yes.
So I'm sharing my screen right now. So the first thing I want you guys to know is where to go. So when you go into your my.Tupperware, not your website, when you go into my.Tupperware, you hit Salesforce, okay? And then you're gonna hit Fundraiser. See in the search engine right here? Right where it says search, hit Fundraiser. And then it's gonna pop up with the fundraiser. It's gonna pop up with the, if there's any items closed, which there aren't right now, and it's gonna pop up with the support material. So I'll show you the support material. And so depending on the organization, the person, how you're doing the fundraiser, there's so many different ways that people want it done. So it really depends on the person that you're dealing with. The fundraiser coordinator, it's important that you have somebody specific that you're working with, okay? So I'm not gonna go through all this. I'm gonna let you guys go through all this, but they have each thing in PDF and they have it in Word so that you could go in and change it. Now, some people could care less about this. Other people are more specific about this. They want a letter, they want a goal worksheet. It's very, very important that they do have a goal, whether they have a worksheet or not, but they need to have a goal because then you can tell them how they're gonna make that goal. And if you don't know, the organization makes 40% off of our fundraiser. Do you all know that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If you don't, that's okay. That's why I'm here. I'm training you on that. Some people are more, you know, like they want all the information, and some people just say, let's do it. I'm doing a fundraiser right now in Arizona, and they want all the information. So here is the goal letter, the basics, the letter to the participant. There's a thank you letter. So here's all the stuff, and this is where you find it when you go into your back office, okay? And then we're gonna hit, I'm gonna go back to hit fundraiser again, and it'll scroll back. And then I just wanted to show you the flyer. Hold on one second, fundraiser. That's the wrong one. Hold on. Hold on one second. We're gonna go right into. So that's one place you can find everything for a fundraiser, okay? So then, just so you know, in Shoreline, under units, you could scroll down, and I've started putting stuff for new consultants, but one of the things I did was I created a unit for our fundraisers. So you could click on current fundraiser items. And if you look here, there's anything you need. There's a fundraiser flyer right here. Hold on, that's probably gonna click down here. Okay, well, it's not coming up. Come on. There it is. Okay, so there is a fundraiser flyer right there. Here is the order form. There's all kinds of different memes that you might want to use. And then also, if you go on to, it's the Tina Blair Logan site, and it's called my.Tupperware, and it's called, let me go there. Hold on one second. Here, I'll go through right now. My.Tupperware.
Doesn't she have a fundraising page
You don't
on
have one.
Facebook?
I wrote it down. It's called my.Tupperware. Hold on one second. I'm in the wrong page. Hold on. Here we go. My.Tupperware. There it is right here. Fundraiser consultants. And then she has a bunch of stuff as well that she's created that you can go in and use. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew where you could get information before we went into how to do a fundraiser. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to go back, get out of this page, and we're going to go into my sales, which are my sales, place an order, and we're going to go into my party. You go into just like you're going to do a party, and you're going to do a fundraiser. Okay, and then whoever, I'll just call it Cat's fundraiser, just for
Woohoo!
just for sake of training.
Naming it.
Yep, fundraiser. And we're going to date it today, 15th. And we're going to call it childcare. You can call it whatever you want. And the organization is cats.org. And then we would fill out the address and all that. I'm going to just put my address, so it just fills it in automatically. We're going to put that, and then we're going to put next. Oh, party date. And put the, I thought I put it in there. So it's important that whatever you put the fundraiser as, that is who the fundraiser check will be made out to. I would, if I was you, have the check mailed to you. If the fundraiser is close to you, I would drive it over there. Just for the sake of making sure it gets to them and gets to the right person. I wouldn't want it to get lost in the mail, especially with everything going on. Or I would maybe have it sent, if it's not, the person isn't close to you, what I'm going to do is have it certified and have them sign for it, so that we make sure that that person gets the check and it's signed for, so we don't have to worry about anything getting lost in the mail. So just so you know that. Okay. Okay. And then, so then you'd go into the customer's name. Let's just do my name for the sake of showing you. Okay. And then you'd go in, and whatever they ordered, you'd put the name and the quantity. I mean, the item number, the quantity, item number, quantity. And then I should have pulled up oh, I know what I could do. Hold on one sec. I should have pulled up a number so I could show you, because at the end of the fundraiser, it's going to show you how much they made. So this is how you do the fundraiser. Okay. And one thing that we used to have, but we don't, is we used to have a link. But since we don't have the link anymore, and we didn't when I first started, what you can do is you can take the fundraiser. I'm going to minimize the screen right here. This flyer right here. And you can make this an event. You can put this on an event, and the person, whoever it is, I'll tell you, I'm going to do it for a volleyball team in Arizona. They're going to email this. I am not going to. They're going to email it to their people. They are also going to put it on Facebook. They are also going to text it out. And then we, per se, Tupperware, does not take credit cards, but you can. So for instance, if somebody says, all I have is a credit card, you can say, if you're going to go ahead and enter that order, you can take your Square, you can take Venmo, PayPal, or Facebook Pay, whatever you want. You can also have the orders, you can also input them and have them shipped. It takes a little bit more time, but say for instance, this is what I'm going to do. Say there's 30 people that are going to do the fundraiser, right? So each person I'm going to have as an individual fundraiser per se, but it's actually all going to be one. Does everybody understand that? Okay, so let's just say Shoreline was having a fundraiser.
Okay.
But Kat was going to run part of it. Karen was going to run part of it. Kevin was going to run part of it. The other Karen was going to run part of it. So you'd all have control. You'd all be children in the classroom.
Okay.
So you'd all get an envelope with the fundraiser flyer. Okay, and with the tax sheet and with an envelope so they could put their money in it. Please feel free to stop me and ask questions if you please, okay? Because I want to make sure that what I'm saying, that you're not totally confused, but that you understand. So each child from the volleyball team that I'm doing is going to get a manila envelope. Hold on one second. They're going to get a manila envelope. Okay, and inside the envelope, they're going to have just a plain envelope to collect money, right? They're going to have the fundraiser flyer is going to go in there. And also on the outside, what I put is I put a yellow, bright yellow piece of paper. I staple it there and I make a flyer. And I use bright yellow because I took a class one time in what colors pop and stick out, so that when the child or whoever takes it home, it doesn't get like stuck under all the bills and everything else and they can't find it. They'll see that bright yellow. And on the flyer, I put the beginning date. I put first of all, we're going to put Arizona volleyball team, and we're going to put Tupperware fundraiser, and we're going to run it for 2 weeks. But I've already talked to the coordinator. It's actually going to run for 3 weeks. So I run it for 2 weeks. They turn everything in, okay? And on the flyer, we say they run it for 2 weeks, what they're earning money for, how much they're earning, how much they want to earn. They want to earn $3,000. And then they turn the money in, and then we go through it. The coordinator and myself, we go through it. And then we go back, because you know what happens is you're going to get, especially when you do it with children, they're going to go, oh my gosh, I forgot it, or my grandma doesn't get paid till next week, or so-and-so doesn't get paid till this week. And, you know, there's always going to be an excuse. So I always push it for 1 more week. That's me. And I always end up getting a lot more sales off of it. Another thing I do is I talk with the coordinator and ask them if they would like to do everyone that sells $100 gets something, and the top person gets more. Like maybe they get something from the Dollar Tree. You can go pick it up. Or maybe if it's classrooms, I did a preschool, and the head of the preschool said the classroom that sold the most, they were going to have a pizza party. So it's amazing what these kids work for. I gave like $5. It was a big, huge fundraiser. So I said, every child that sells $100 got a $5 gift card, but the fundraiser was huge. So you don't have to put a specific amount, but every child that sold $100 got a $5 gift card. And I'm not kidding you. When the 2 weeks was up and they came and brought this information to me, they begged for another week because they were like at 75, at 80. Oh, I can get 20 more. I know I can. I know I can. So they pushed it for another week. And then there's always the one that the grandma or the mom that works at Northrop Grumman, and she brings in like $400 or $500. So that person is the top one. And of course, they're going to get the bigger gift. One thing I do find with doing these fundraisers is it's very, very important that the coordinator and you work together and they drive it. So typically what I do, if they let me, is I go to get poster board, and I make up a big poster in bright yellow with the same information that's on the flyer that goes on the front of my fundraiser. So it's in their face all the time. You don't want them to not see it. You want it to be in their face. Now there's a part where you can, it's important that they know that they can email this, they can do a Facebook, they can do several Facebook events, they can have Aunt Mary order from New York, they can get it out to people however they want. And so that, like say Aunt Mary gets $300 worth of orders and she lives in South Carolina. Well, there's no way you're going to want to get it to you and then ship it to her. So then it would be the same fundraiser, but Aunt Mary would be her own fundraiser. So you would maybe have 4 or 5 people, but it would be the same fundraiser, and you would just have to keep track of, okay, so all these people are underneath Aunt Mary, and they underneath the coordinator, and Kat turned in this much, so you earned this much money from Kat. Karen turned in this much, you earned this much from Karen. And the screen tells you what you earned. Does anybody have any questions so far?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
So because I have a fundraiser that's actually open in Oregon, and we are promoting nationwide to I have family in Virginia and Texas, and I'm here in California. So what you're suggesting is to open different fundraiser drops or drop ship too, but
Right.
with the same Relay for Life. So it's all goes to Relay for Life, but each fundraiser is opened based on the region.
Well, yeah, so that you can have it direct shipped to them.
Okay.
And also, like say for instance, you can even create several events like in your Facebook. So like you could have an event, Shelley could have an event, I could have an event, so that you could keep everything in order. So unless it's smaller, but if this is going to be nationwide, you're going to want to have a way to keep order. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
And what you don't want them to do is go on your website, because they're going to get really confused. So you're going to want to have them see this flyer and order from this flyer, whether it be texting you, sending it to you. That's why you need to have if you're going to have a big fundraiser like that, you need to have a coordinator, and you need to have, so when I've done it at schools, when I go pick it up, like everybody that got a packet, all their orders are in the packet. So they would probably ship the packets to you, and then you would enter Kat's orders, you would enter Karen's orders, you would enter Kevin's orders. And you would be able to see, and you could screenshot just to make sure, if the coordinator wanted to have evidence, or, to see what you were doing, you would screenshot that to them.
Okay. Cool.
I had a couple of questions.
Okay, good.
I came in late, so and I'm new at this, so I'm trying to figure out.
You know
So
what? Whatever you want to ask is a good question.
okay, so I'm used to, I know because I came in during obviously COVID, so everything is just click a link, order online, it gets delivered.
Right.
So with fundraising, I was looking to do a fundraiser for a dog rescue that's local.
Oh, nice.
And so what I'd like to do is maybe, because I'm involved with like 4 different rescues, but I would like to do a rescue each month as a fundraiser to get them extra funds, especially since they're taking on so many of the dogs around here. So, so my question is, nothing gets done on a link. Is that my understanding? It's all hand inputted.
Right. At this point.
Okay. Okay. So if you cite, you made up so let me ask this: can they only can order from the fundraiser page, or
Well, they
can
only
they order other items? So
this is specifically designed to give the organization 40%.
okay.
Now,
right.
if you choose to do, I really shouldn't be saying this, but
Well, I wanted to think about giving my 25% on regular orders. Can I do that?
It's your money. You do whatever you want. You can
Okay.
do, that is something that if you choose to do that, a lot of people do.
Okay. So I guess, so if you get somebody who's, they're ordering off the fundraiser, it goes on the customer order. If they decide to order something that's completely different, or it has to go through a different link, or just your regular link, or I'm just trying to kind of figure out this.
Say that again. I want to make sure I understood.
Okay. So my understanding is you have to input orders for the fundraiser, correct?
Yeah, you have to go to the drop down with this order, with this line, with this specific line, not the catalog. With the fundraiser line, you have to use with the drop down fundraiser. Yes. Okay.
And then, so what if somebody wants to order something else? They just do it like through my regular link?
Yes.
Separately.
You're gonna have to keep track of that. Like, so.
Okay.
You'll have to figure out your way of, I mean, I can tell you, I've done that many, 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 many times myself. But I know how to keep track of it. I just keep 2 tabs open, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Input, depending on what it is. And then I can see, okay, so, and I'm really shouldn't be training. I'm looking around like somebody's going to look at me, but it's between you and me, and it's your money, and you do with it what you want. But right. So what I do and what I will do is you could, and then how you can make your money back with, if you did it with a catalog, off the full line catalog, is you would reap the benefits of, first of all, if you stepped up to manager, you make that percentage. And then if it went over, you'd get a personal sales volume bonus. And you would also be the host and you'd get all the Tupperware and you could sell that. So do you understand that?
Yes. And so, and as far as the fundraiser goes, like if they're ordering off the fundraiser sheet, that it's only one sheet, right, that I saw?
This right here, can you see this?
No. I see the home address screenshot. I think it's, I think I pulled it up and printed it out yesterday.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I think it's this one sheet.
It is one sheet.
Okay.
Why does it keep
So
pausing my
share.
resume share? I keep putting it on resume share and it does this. So why is it? Maybe I have to get out of this completely.
Hi.
So if they order off they're ordering off the fundraiser sheet, do we get credit for the volume at least, or no?
You get this is how you get credit. Okay, write down $100.
Okay.
Okay, this is just the easiest way for me to do it.
Okay.
Show you how to get credit off that. Is we raise the price is raised 40% right off the top. So the retail value is $60. So you make your 25% off the retail value. The price is raised 40% right off the top. So they get that check right off the top. And
Okay.
it shows on the page. It shows
Right.
on the page.
You know, I have a fundraiser open and I'm trying to open it on my phone so I
See
can
the
kind of,
screen sharing right now?
Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
see it now.
So if
Does
you
that get
see-
changed?
if
Sorry,
you-
go ahead.
If you can see,
Yeah.
let me open it bigger. Hold on.
It says how much they get, right, on it?
Yeah, so see it says these are Crystal Wave Plus.
Right. Mhm.
So it's $54, but it shows the amount that is going to be donated is $21.60.
Okay.
So people can see right up front. They don't say, "Oh my gosh, $54." Well, how much do you think the chocolate bar you're buying for $2 is how much is donated to the organization? Karen, you're on mute, sweetie.
Sorry, my son keeps popping in. So
No, it doesn't matter. We all have family. Don't even
I have
worry
kids at
about
home. How often does the fundraising page get, like, the options get changed?
This one just came out right now. Everything's
Right.
on and going. I would just jump on this one. What happens is we run this and sometimes items run out and we change the items, or the color runs out and we change those. Right now, everything's fine. We usually have them maybe once or twice a year. But right now this is brand new and I would jump on it. So,
Okay. Okay. So then basically we set up, we get the information and then they basically advertise it, right? And then we collect the orders and submit them.
correct.
And then they get a check.
They get a check, but like I said, I would have the check written to them, but mailed to me.
Yeah, I saw that on the training. Okay. Yeah. And then I had a question. So like, for example, say the fundraiser, they buy $1,000 worth of product.
Okay.
So as a consultant, do I get credit for $1,000 of sold merchandise, or no, because it's a fundraiser?
You get credit. 400 goes to the organization, so you get credit for 600, and you make
Gotcha.
profit off of 600.
So basically, you're getting the credit for 60% of it, basically, right? Or
You're basically getting credit for what it is, what
Oh, okay.
the retail price is. what you would normally see it sold for in another catalog or something. You're not
Okay.
getting credit. You're not getting credit for the fundraiser profit.
Okay, well, that's what I was wondering, because I'm thinking of doing fundraisers is kind of my main thing, and I was wondering how I like move up if you don't get credit for any of the volume. That's why I was asking.
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
do. Heck yeah, you do.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
Wendy, I have a couple of questions.
Okay. I would love to answer them.
Okay, so I just want to verify if, like, if we're doing a fundraiser for the volleyball team or whatever, and, you know, the kids go out and they collect their orders, if a customer wants to pay by check, would they make that check out to me?
Yes.
Okay. And then the other question is, these fundraiser flyers,
Yes.
what you have up on the screen right now,
Yes.
are we able to order those somewhere?
Yes. You would go into sales aids, and it's in the sales aids, on the sales aids sheet. I will, after our, actually what I'll do is after our call here, I'll go get it and I'll post it in unit 4. And so the sales aid sheet will be right there, and I'll highlight it yellow so you can see that the funds
Awesome.
for you.
Okay, thank you. That's all I had right now.
Anything else? So the gifts, let's see. So you run it for 2 weeks and then you push it for 1 more week. That's always been such a good thing for me. And it's always been a benefit to the organization. See, what we want to do is benefit. We really want to work really good and may have a good relationship with this coordinator and the organization, because they'll come back to you like every single time, and if you do a good job for them, they'll come back to you and back to you and back to you. And sometimes I know the coordinator that I worked with out here in California, and I did a cheerleader squad. She wanted to see all this product. She wanted me to, and you might get that. It just depends on who they are. They might want you to do a kick, and they might want the parents to be there, because if it's, say for instance, it's a preschool. I've done a preschool before, and the preschool wants the parents to be there to take the envelope so it doesn't get lost if the child's 3, 4, or 5, right? And then the parents have a lot of questions these days, like, because probably even more now, we don't have any BPA in our products. That's what they'll ask you. The first thing they're going to say is, you know, that if they're going to buy anything on the go, the water bottle, the lunch set, anything, does any of your product have BPA? Because we use glass. No. Well, why would you want to use glass with your kid at school? You wouldn't. So you want to make sure that that you give the customer as well as the organizer as much information as possible, and have a good working relationship with them, because they'll come back to you. And you're really working for them to make them as much money as possible. So you want to do what they want you to do. So whatever, if they want you to, some of them don't care. But I can tell you, the ones that do care, they turn out better. If they need the money, if the kids are working for something, if the kids have a goal. I remember one year, the kids wanted this lunch bag. I mean, they wanted it bad, these cheerleaders. And they said, please, they begged for me to do it another week so they could get the lunch bag. I mean, like must have ordered like 10 or 15 of those lunch bags. So, and you'd be surprised at how competitive the kids are. They want to get they want to get over 100. Like if they have a goal, you know, they want to get to that goal. Some of them don't, but there's many of them that, yeah, they want to get to their goal that they want to make, just like we all do. Starts with children. Or if they, you know, like I had a coordinator, and it was part of their grade. She made each cheerleader sell at least 3 items, or they couldn't get on the bus to go cheer at the next football game. I know, I didn't think that was very nice, but I'm like, girlfriend, that sounds very nice. And
Whatever.
yeah, she didn't care. She goes, well, you know how much it costs for the bus and this and that and da 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 da. I go, well, I can't go in there and say that, so you're gonna have to do that.
She's had experience with some girls selling nothing and some girls selling everything.
She did. That's
how it works at schools. Yep.
Yeah. And so as you can see, we do have a variety. So we do have like on-the-go lunch sets. We have food storage products. We have our famous classic one to bowl sets. We have different lines, you know, that people might want for their lunches. People love our Tupperware minis. Maybe they're gonna start holiday shopping early. But this is brand new, so everything's in right now. And I would create the sense of urgency with that. And if you guys need any help at all, please call me. If you need me to talk to them, I will talk to them. If you need me to help you write the letter up, if they need anything, I will be more than happy to be in your back pocket and help you with anything you need.
So I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Shipping. I know that the shipping is, my understanding from the training, it's $20 maximum or something I heard.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm doing this on, say, because the rescue I'm working with, she does everything through Facebook.
Okay.
So most people are local, but not everyone.
Right.
So if she advertises and orders come in, how is shipping handled? Do every individual person get shipped what they order? Does it come to one place? How do you usually handle it with fundraisers? If you don't have the example of kids, you know, selling certain amounts, you know, what if you just have people that contribute to her rescue regularly, just putting orders in?
Okay, so let me just tell you, depending on the amount of the fundraiser, if it's huge and I've made a ton of money, sometimes I eat it. If it's not huge, then I disperse it out. So you'll just have to make that decision, you know, like because it sounds to me like you might be doing both lines.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, because the person that's in charge of the rescue is all for it. Obviously, they're a new rescue. They're trying to, you know, gain some money, and they're known in the community. So, are you saying like having it shipped to me and me shipping it out or dropping it off versus having it shipped individually?
If it's local, you might want to have it shipped to you. I'm only saying that because you'll know the product. And I had it shipped to me because, let me tell you, if you have it shipped, it's, you know, people don't know our product. And if, like, let's say the blushing pink lunch set and this little bowl falls out, and people who get it don't realize that the little bowl that's at the bottom of the box really goes with this set, then you're going to get a phone call and they're going to go, we have this bowl and we don't know where it goes. But if you were to get it at your house, you know, I mean, you can sit there with the flyer going, oh, there's an extra pink bowl, because you're new as well. And this is a new fundraiser line. And you could sit there with the flyer right there and know exactly what goes with what. Tupper minis, they're all together, but sometimes one falls out. So if it's a local place, myself, I like to ship, I like to pack it, because I know when I deliver it, it's all Johnny, little Johnny gets his, you know, Amy gets hers, Kat gets hers, and I make them sign for it, and I know every product's in there, so that I don't have to worry about somebody. It's just normal that that's going to happen, and hopefully it won't happen. And if they read on our product, you know, it has the label on it. But and another thing too is when you, like, say for instance, you have a fundraiser that is if you're doing it from if you do it from the full line catalog, because you're talking about that, I would not combine all that with one order. I would individualize it, you know, like I would make an order for Wendy, I would make an order for Shelly, I'd make an order for Kat, because then what comes in, if you do have to ship it far, on the packing slip, it will say Wendy, blushing pink set, Shelly, basic, bright, large, rounds. It'll say in the packing slip exactly what the people got. So that way it makes it easier for the person that's packing it out to go, oh, look, and they can match each other to each other.
Would you suggest, being brand new at this, and this is my first fundraiser, would you suggest just sticking to the fundraiser page to make it simpler?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you do a party for this? Do you, like, would I do a party to, I mean, I have some of these things, not most of them, but I have some of these, but would you suggest doing a party, like just like a like a Zoom party or a Facebook, you know, like Kurt does?
Like that would be like a way to kick it. That would be a fun way to kick it. Yeah. I would suggest that, because they may have questions for you that you can answer, like I'm just saying, like the BPA thing, and what does this hold, and oh, the food storage, what is that for? How does that work? Well, that goes in the microwave, it can go in the refrigerator, it can go in the freezer. I mean, they may have Tupperware questions for you. And you can even, if you want to, you could say, you know what, and I'm offering anybody who does a physical party, well, a virtual party, I'm going to donate an extra $5 to the organization if they do, if you want. There's all different ways to do it, but being new, I wouldn't combine the two, because it's going to get too crazy. Wait a while. You have plenty of time.
Okay.
And that way you could get this down, and then if you wanted to add the other one in later, you can. It's your business. I'm not suggesting you do that unless you want to.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime. Anytime.
I just think it makes sense to, you know, if you're passionate about something that's nonprofit, it makes sense to combine them. So I think, you know, I was trying to figure out a good fit since I'm new at this. And I think that I was talking to Kurt, I am very involved in the rescue groups that are nonprofit. And I think it's a great way to kind of do fundraising, because I can combine Tupperware with that.
Totally.
So that might be a really good fit for me.
People love that, you know, and obviously our brand name, they know our brand name, and they know they're getting quality product, and I don't know, they're very successful.
Okay.
So
I think the only thing that might throw me is the starting it. like how to set it up
I'll help
and
you.
all of that. I can see that. I did watch the training on it,
Okay.
but I think I'm still not real clear on entering all the orders, but
I'll
okay.
teach
Okay.
you. I'll teach you.
Okay, that works. Yeah,
I would rather teach you because then you could teach somebody else,
right.
right? And then you'll learn.
Right. Yeah.
Does
Okay.
anybody else have any questions? Gina, you have any questions, girlfriend? Are you on? Unmute.
How do I come?
Ask to unmute. I don't know. Maybe she can't. Are you on?
Wendy?
Hey, girlfriend.
Hi, I'm good. I actually don't have any questions right now. Thank you, though.
You're welcome.
I have a question.
I'm
Um,
glad.
so I am doing a fundraiser for a wildlife conservation place in Florida right now. So everything's going to get shipped to her. That's not the issue that we're facing right now. With the couple other consultants that are doing that, you know, do nails and a couple other things, we're finding that even though we're trying, people aren't engaging, they're not responding, they're not really I mean, they see the posts, but nobody's really engaging. And we've been doing like, I've done a couple, like I've done a roll call, I've done a, you know, what's that other thing called? Ugly spatula contest, those kinds of things. And I'm just not getting a response. But on the same side of it, the promoter isn't posting anything about what they do or their purpose or anything else like that. So
That's a problem.
how do we go about trying to get the promoter more engaged?
Call her.
So, huh?
Call him and tell him, you know, for this to be successful, since you're the promoter, the promoter really you need to have like a sidekick out there that's pushing this. It can't just be you, because that promoter knows the people, sees the people probably, right? And needs to maybe, if we need, I'll help you, we can make up a flyer and they need to like throw the flyers around.
Okay.
If you send these, it's really cheap actually. If you send the flyers, the promoter could do it. They can make 59 cents for a color copy right now at Office
Okay.
Depot.
All right. Because it's strictly Facebook. So I'm trying to get her to like post pictures of like feeding times, you know, if they have babies or newborns, you know, something to, you know, an actual
What
visual.
they're wanting it for, like, please help us with our fundraiser. We're trying to earn money for da 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 da. We need to raise this much money.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because there's not, she doesn't have any of that. There's no goal or anything else
there
like
needs
that.
to
So,
be a reason. There needs
all right.
People purchase for a purpose. What's the purchase? What's the purpose that they're purchasing?
Okay.
So people purchase for a purpose. So if you were to come up to me and say, you know, I'm raising funds to, for an animal rescue, I would purchase. My daughter's in school to be a vet. I mean, so that's, you know, for my kid to go to school to be a for her pom-poms. I mean, they need to know why they're purchasing.
Okay.
So you would recommend that we definitely have a dollar amount they want to raise, even though it's kind of a rescue where anything is helpful? Do you think they really need a dollar amount and they need to be really specific for what they want it for?
Maybe you don't need to put an exact dollar amount, but you need to put some things that you're going to use the money for.
Okay.
Food and this. Help us with all the money that we earn goes towards
Okay.
the beds or the vaccinations or the
Pulling
food
dogs.
or
Yeah.
the, you know, I mean, you're
Gotcha.
fundraising for a reason. So people want to know why, you know. Like I said, people purchase for a purpose. So
Okay.
they need to know what the purpose is. I mean, think about yourself and your heart. And if kid comes up to you and like Girl Scout cookies when they're in front of the store, I mean, like I'm over that one, but still, I feel bad walking by them, right? You know, these little girls have their big eyes open, or
Yeah, I have one.
okay, well, mine's done with all that.
We're done with cookies
Honey,
too.
you're talking
but,
about my crack dealer right now,
That's right. They're talking
That's
about
my
just when they
crack
get over it.
dealer.
Here comes the crack dealer. Yep.
right?
Yep. I've been out there in front of those stores. So yeah,
So do I. But
I feel your pain.
yeah, yeah. So just think about main thing. Main thing is, why are they raising the funds? Having a source that is teaming with you to drive this. And if it means that you have a kick on Zoom, I don't know if you're going to be able to go anywhere in person, but you could get more people on Zoom right now. I can tell you that much. And having the person, having the reason, and that's it. The two things: purchase for a purpose. They need to know, and they need to know the times, the dates, the start and the finish. And reminders of that. Like, so after a week, I'll be coming next week. You know, I mean, we all need reminders. So they need reminders too. And bright colors, if you're going to make a flyer, so that it doesn't get lost under a stack of white paper if you're going to make a white flyer.
So I anticipate this all being on Facebook.
Okay.
Because that's how they run their rescue also. It's on Facebook and obviously the Times. So we could just give them the digital image of the flyer,
Right.
and then she would probably post it on their page.
Yes.
For the rescue, and
yeah, just
put the information, make up like a kind of like a flyer looking thing for the information.
And maybe the event, where you load the image, yeah, exactly. Help us earn money for you know,
Okay.
whatever. And we're trying to raise, if you don't want to put a dollar amount, some people, I've never had anybody do that, but if they don't want to, at least, you know, actually, I have a friend, and she is an animal rescue. She does kittens, and right now they're hurting for money. And
Oh
she
yeah.
has a ton of kittens, and
Kitten
she
season.
put on her page, and it's on Amazon, and she put all these things.
Right.
And I went on Amazon, and she put her address, and I bought baby bottles so they could feed the kittens, and I sent them to her.
They all have the wish lists, which are very easy. Yeah.
The faces of these kittens, just these adorable little kittens, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I mean, so.
Yeah. I figure if we put some of the dogs they've rescued, because they pulled dogs out of the shelter that are on the red list. So it's always good to post the dogs.
Yeah. So, I mean, the product the name of Tupperware speaks for itself. Obviously, we always say the product sells itself, which I don't think it does. Some pieces do, but we have a lot that don't. It needs to be demonstrated. But the fundraiser is a great fundraiser. And I think people get excited about this fundraiser line because they're so used to candy and wrapping paper and whatever else they have out there. I don't even know anymore because I'm past that. But you get a lot of positive input, and you will probably get people say, do you have a catalog? Can I have a catalog? You know, and then you go from there.
So if there, for example, there's a group of people that are in New York, then you would suggest having that, try to get a central person there to ship everything to and distribute?
Yep.
Okay.
That's going to be your easiest way. And if you have to get on the phone with that person, and if you have to get on Zoom with that person and go through the items with that person in the box, that's going to be your cheapest way and easiest way to do it.
Okay.
And then you can say, you know what? If you sign up for $15 right now, you could do a fundraiser yourself back there. And guess what? Now that you know all the products, you could do your recruiting pitch, Karen.
I just need one more.
I know you do.
I have a friend who's going to probably in a week, but I'm not sure. So,
Well,
but I think I might get one of my consultants to do fundraising with me to help her out, get her started.
One of the things that I don't know if I told you but I always recommend that when you guys, if you go on wherever you go to get your badge, we haven't done badges in a while. Everybody has their different way they like their badges, but put Tupperware specialist, because then it doesn't matter what you do in this business, whether you're gonna go cook in the micro grill, you could call yourself a cooking specialist, a fundraiser specialist, you know, whatever, you know, specialist. Yes, I specialize in teaching you the features and benefits of our product. I specialize in showing you how to raise money for different organizations. I specialize in showing you how to make money during this pandemic. You're a specialist. Plus, I think it's a great word, and I feel like it ups your game.
More professional.
More professional, and I feel like the minute you say, I sell Tupperware, the sell, bam, people like click the phone. Well, I know for me, when I pick up the phone and they start, I say, get to the point. I do what you do. I want to know what you want from me. I do not need the pitch. So I teach that I am with Tupperware, and I teach you how to do all those things. And they don't go away then.
Right.
So that's all I have for this evening. And if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll let you get back to your evening, and I'll stop sharing the screen, and I'll stop and let it start. I'll stop recording, stop sharing, and I will.
Did you show how to do the setup at the beginning? Is that how you did, how to start a party in the beginning? Is that what you showed? Can I see it on the recording? Will I be able to see on the recording, I guess?
Yeah, you can. And if you don't understand it, we'll do one-on-one. I'll do a one-on-one with you.
And I'll go back to the training again because it was long. So I did it in pieces.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you guys got information from me.
Thank you. I
You're welcome.
appreciate you doing this.
Thank you.
I hope you guys enjoyed it and you learned something. And it's so good to see you guys.
I did. Thank you.
So good.
Thank you so much, Wendy. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
I'll be contacting you soon. I want to set this up in the next week or so.
Definitely. I'm here for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.